as some of you may know, are very prestigious awards that commemorate individuals who protect our gene pool by making the ultimate sacrifice of their own lives, by eliminating themselves in an extraordinary, idiotic manner. In other words, they are awarded for those who kill themselves in very stupid ways, and in doing so, significantly improve the gene pool by eliminating themselves from the human race. These individuals carry out disastrous plans that any preteen knows that are the result of a very bad idea. The single-minded purpose and self-sacrifice of the winners are the spectacular means by which they snuff themselves and make them candidates for the honor of winning a Darwin Award. Named in honor of Charles Darwin, the father of evolution, the Darwin Awards represent examples of evolution enacting by showing what happens to people who are unable to cope with the basic dangers of the modern world. These ironic tales of fate, fatal misadventure illustrate some of life's most important lessons. So how are the Darwin Awards determined? How does one become nominated for such an award? One may ask. Well, there are 5 different elements that are considered when someone is nominated for an award. First, the candidate must remove him or herself from the gene. This is the prime tenet of the Darwin Award. It's the fact that we are celebrating the self-removal of incompetent genetic material from the human race. Number 2, the candidate must suffer an astounding lapse of judgment. It takes a phenomenal failure of common sense to earn a Darwin Award. Common idiocies such as Russian roulette, falling off a boat, or sleeping next to a smoldering cigarette are not quite sufficient to win such a dubious award of Darwin Award. On the other hand, playing Russian roulette with landmines, or jumping off a boat into shark-infested waters, knowing you can't swim, or sleeping with a smoldering cigarette under an oxygen tank, just might win you a Darwin. Number 3, the candidate must be the cause of his own demise. The candidate's own gross ineptitude must be the cause of the incident that earns him the nomination. A tourist trampled to death by a raging bull in a parking lot. This is simply a victim of bad luck. On the other hand, if you're gored to death during running of the bulls, while riding naked in a shopping cart piloted by a drunken friend, you would be a candidate for an award. Number 4, the candidate must be capable of sound judgment. Humans are generally capable of sound judgment. However, the judges of children under 16 are not eligible to win a Darwin Award based on the fact that their parents are responsible for raising their offspring and teaching them to make responsible decisions. Finally, number 5, the event must be verified. The story has to be backed up by some form of evidence. Newspaper articles, confirmed television reports, and responsible eyewitnesses are considered to be valid sources. And lastly, I'll leave you with one of my favorite stories of a Darwin Award recipient. This happened on August 26th, 2006, and it happened in England. They didn't state what town or exactly where. Darren's death was a mystery. The 33-year-old was found slumped in his hallway of his house, bleeding from stab wounds to his chest. Police initially assumed that an assailant had attacked him, but there was no supporting evidence. A year later, the inquest revealed why Darren can stake his claim into a place among the winners of Darwin. Darren had called a friend, but minutes after he hung up, he rang again for an ambulance. The front door was ajar, and Darren was found lying near a blood-stained walkway he had purchased while on vacation to Spain. Forensic investigators saw no sign of a struggle, and the coroner reported that the wounds were self-inflicted. However, Darren had shown no suicidal tendencies. His wife, who was on holiday at the time, cleared up the mystery and revealed why our subject will go down in history as a Darwin winner. She said, as she was leaving for holiday, she remembered Darren wondering whether or not his jacket was stab-proof. Darren decided to find out that whether or not his jacket could withstand a knife attack. Did he choose to test the jacket while it was draped over the back of a chair? No. Our man thought that the best approach would be to wear the garment and stab himself. Saturday's choice, however, provided less resilience to a sharp blade than he had hoped. So in conclusion, as much as we all enjoy winning awards, you can be confident that this is one award you can